Have you ever looked around your house and thought, there's no way I can declutter all of this stuff? It's impossible. I don't have the time. What if I let go of something that I need in the future? I spent a lot of money on these things. I feel guilty for letting them go. These are all things that I used to tell myself as well. When I first started on this journey about a year ago, this basement was my biggest obstacle. It terrified me. So, over the last year, I spent a lot of time trying to declutter and make it a functional, clean and organized space in our home. Last week, I posted a video and it ended up here. This was what I was able to do over the last year to get it more functional. And in that video, you're going to see what it had looked like 1 year ago. At this point, I realized I was stuck and I needed to bring in a professional. Funny story, I actually consulted her to help me do something in my bedroom. She took a look at the bedroom and said, "Do you have any other bedrooms in this house?" So I showed her my 14-year-old's bedroom, which is much larger with a bigger closet. And she said, "I'm sorry, but I don't think I can help you with this bedroom. I think that you need to switch rooms." So we are planning to do that hopefully in the next year, 2024, maybe in January, we're going to switch our bedrooms. But I said to her, maybe then we can go downstairs and maybe you can help me down there. So this was the first day of her coming over. She pulled out everything in that large closet that we have, our bomb shelter, and I didn't want to film a lot with her there because I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable in any way. And also, we only had 4 hours together for the day. So I really wanted to utilize all of that time in the best way and really focus my attention on getting things out of the house and organized in a better way. So that very first day, we worked in the closet, and I honestly had no idea that we were going to come in here because a lot of the items in the back were huge items, like this bike here, which thankfully we were able to get rid of. We also got rid of a huge futon. We got rid of a bunk bed, two safes. There was so many large items in this closet that we'd had for a long time that we pulled out and got rid of. This was definitely not the Dana K. White method of just pull out a couple of items here and there to make it no mess. We literally took everything out of this closet and removed everything from every bin and went through it all. But the way that she taught me to organize was so much better, just putting all like items together and really just minimizing the amount of bins that you need to use if you can just combine certain things. So this was after day one. The second day, we were going to work in that other closet. These are some of the bins that were left over from just that first day that we didn't need anymore. We did end up using a couple of them the next day, but here's the closet completely finished. I cannot even tell you the last time that I actually was able to see all of the walls in this room. When we first started, I could not even open that door and there was no space to walk. So this is incredible. Everything is very organized. I know exactly what's in every bin. Everything is together. I have all of my extra canning supplies in there. And then later on, you're going to see where I keep my Christmas items. And she challenged me to go through even the wrapping paper that I have there and condense it down to one and to keep all of my Christmas items in one place together. So this was the last day that we ended. She had left. Again, we had a total of 8 hours. So we were, of course, weren't able to get to everything. So this is what I was left with after she went home. And I just had the feeling that I had to keep going because I really wanted to get it complete once and for all. So I actually went through all of the bins that were left out and decided what to do with them. And I wanted to move all the food items with food items. This area here is my husband's tool area, and I really couldn't do a lot with that, but I did clean up some more stuff for him, and then he's got to go through this. But this closet is honestly so nice. I am so excited about this closet. We reorganized everything. She put all the baking things with baking things, and these are all extras. I have another closet in my kitchen that I use, but look at this. I love, love, love how organized and clean this is. It's just so much nicer to be able to come down. All of my canning supplies are there. So I have a small bin when I want a can. I can just pull it down and do what I need to do. It is so nice. One of my biggest goals with getting the basement done was really to try to get things off the floor as much as possible. So we didn't do anything over in this food area. We just didn't have the time. But I realized from working with her that just by putting things together, it just made more sense. So I had this extra bin and I wanted to take all of my holiday baking cookie stuff that I use mostly for the holidays and put it into one bin. So it was actually all together and it just cleaned up the area a lot. Instead of having everything scattered in different bins in different areas, it just made sense. Now, when I have to do holiday baking, I can come down, take this bin into the kitchen, and put it all back at the end of the session. It totally works. Same thing with all of these cookie cutters. A while back, I had put them all into this small bin, but it just didn't make sense. I didn't need all of them. I ended up getting rid of several more of them. And again, I just have them in one place now. At some point when I'm ready, I think for now I need to take a break from working in the basement. It was a lot of work. I honestly felt like I was run over by a bus. I had a horrible migraine at the end of the day because it's really exhausting. There's a lot of physical and mental work that goes into decluttering this much stuff, and I was tired. But it does feel good to have it done. Again, I had things scattered all over the place, like just for instance, jello or pudding. They were all in different bins. It just didn't make sense. So I put them all into one. So now I actually know exactly how much I have. So when I'm running low, that's when I can go to the store instead of just wondering, oh, well, I wonder if I have this or I wonder if I have that. And I just pick up a couple more at the store. Now I can see what I have. And here I'm going to use the container concept once again of designating a space for a certain item. So, for example, the jellos, they go into that one bin. When that one bin is full, I don't need to buy any more. When it's not, then I can buy some more. I'm putting all of the powdered bouillons into there. So, again, I know exactly what I have. And I really wanted to clear off the space in front of this closet. It's where our oil, like heat water oh my goodness. It's where our water pump is, and I wanted to be able to make sure that when people come over, if they need to clean it or do any work, that they're able to get to it easily and quickly. So this is what the area looks like. A lot of people have large walk-in pantries. We do not. So this is our food storage room, and at least now I feel like it's manageable and I can very easily organize everything. Under the stairs there is where we keep our Christmas decorations, which is going to be my next project because it's that time of year. I really want to go through and try to clear out as much as I can from those and get that space a lot more cleaned up. And then when I'm ready, I will come back down and organize even a little bit more and label everything. These plates are going to go to my mother-in-law. Here's some more food items that I'm donating. That's a 20-pound bag of rice I'm going to donate. I had bought this a while ago for my laundry and it just didn't work out for me, so I'm going to get rid of that. Here's another bag of food that was expired. It was too heavy to take everything back out. And then these are some of the items that were left over in that small closet I wanted to go through. We've had these stuffed animals for many years. The kids haven't used them, but they each had a couple of their favorites in there. That is my 14-year-old's. That was his puppy and his blanket that he always kept with him when he was little. And he did want to hold on to those. And then my youngest son also had one that in there that he wanted to hold on to. And then these were some winter boots that I wanted to go through. I found going through all of the bins that I have a thing for putting everything in plastic bags. I don't know what it is, but like all the bins that we went into, she's like, "Can we take this stuff out of the bags?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't even know why I do that." But anyways, these boots here, I ended up listing on Facebook Marketplace. They haven't sold yet, but I did end up selling one of my water bath canners. I actually sold that today. It was $25, but whatever. It was good just to get it out of the house and make a little extra money. And then these are some winter boots that are my husband's and my oldest son's and mine, and we all still use those, but they went into a bin that we had in the closet that I already had full of like winter coats and gloves and hats and all that kind of stuff. So they all went. Now, this is kind of random. I wanted to show you this because this was also going on around the same time. This is my youngest son's bedroom, and I just want to show you this floor that's there and his bed. Because during all of this stuff, we had some flooding in his room, which kind of led to me wanting to clear it out more. But, anyways, we had to rip all of the flooring up and repaint the floor. Now it's concrete, so we had to paint it with like a concrete paint. But this is what we had to do to clean out his room. Like everything was pulled out of the room. So this was right after I had finished getting as much done as I could in the basement. I just wanted to show you like there's a lot of reasons to want to clear out spaces, but this is definitely one of the biggest ones for me because if something happens, I want to be able to have space to move these items to. So, and I also wanted to show you what the basement floor looked like because this is what we're going to do throughout the entire basement. So I'm so happy that I was able to get a lot of the stuff out and moved up off the floor. So it's going to be a lot easier to actually get to the floor to paint it and seal it. And then we got rid of his big bulky bed, just bought him a small frame, a twin size frame, and it just makes his room feel a lot more spacious and clean. Now I can actually get under the bed to clean and vacuum. It's just so much nicer in here, and he loves it. So now I'm just continuing on with the rest of the basement. This area, like I said before, is my husband's. He really is the one that needs to go through and probably declutter a lot of items and just clean it up the way that he likes it. I just wanted to get things dusted off for the most part. And again, get those items off of the floor as much as possible. So it's easier to walk around, it's easier to clean around, and it just looks better. So I just wanted to say, if you have the ability to hire somebody, if you're feeling like you're stuck in your home, I would definitely recommend it. I did as much as I could down here, and throughout the rest of the house, I really feel like I was able to do everything on my own. I'm by nature a very organized person. I like things organized and tidy and clean, but it had just gotten out of control in the basement and I didn't know how to fix it. So once I did all I could, I knew that I needed the help and I was okay accepting that help. She really opened my eyes to a better way of doing things and just made me realize that it's okay to let things go because a lot of things in that closet were things that I had been holding on to for a very long time and it was time to let go of them. And again, just creating zones makes life so much easier when you're going to find something. It would be great if I had, different storage spaces in the house, but we don't. We have what we have, and I'm just trying to make the best use of that as possible. So this is where we've ended up 1 year later. It is a lot better than it used to be. I can't even believe the amount of stuff that I used to have down here. We have our oldest son and our youngest son's bedrooms are in this basement. So I wanted them to be able to walk through a clean and organized space, but it also has to function as a laundry room, a utility room, a food storage room. So it has a lot of uses. That small pile there was all things that I donated, except for the boots. I listed those. And I did end up having to keep a basket right now, but that's okay compared to everything else. I was able to make this space here just for extra cleaning things and again, just utility items. Again, that's the space that my husband has to go through, but for now it's cleaned off. And this is just a picture of what this looked like just a couple of months ago. All of this stuff drove me crazy, and here it is now. So much better. Now when I need bags, I know exactly where to look for them. They're all in one place. I know exactly how many I have. I was able to bring all of the vinegars. I donated 7 large containers of laundry soap, and it just is amazing how much more space I feel like I have, even though It's the same space, obviously, but just by getting rid of things, and again, I need to come down to the space and organize. Some of those buckets on top are different cleaning things that we just took out of their original boxes and put them into bins. That way it looks cleaner, I can see through them, and I just need to put some labels on them. This is a small pile of the bins that I'm donating, along with a lot of larger bins. But my husband's going to go through those and probably put some of the outside Christmas decorations into those since the ones he was using are old. But now I can actually come down here. I don't feel incredibly overwhelmed when I'm walking through this space. I know exactly what I have for food and what I need to rebuy. And then I'm really looking forward to coming down and doing under the stairs and getting rid of all of those things under there, because I'm sure behind the Christmas decorations, there's probably still some things that I need to clear out that are not Christmas and that don't deserve to be under there, so I can keep all of the Christmas items all together. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.